everybody. Thanks for stopping by the Today in AZ After Show. A little after 7:30 on a Tuesday morning. We got a sweet tooth on the show today for more reason than one.
Oh my gosh, big time. Why does my stomach always start growling whenever we talk about the sweets?
Because you didn't eat anything this morning.
That's right.
Do you not eat breakfast in the morning? Before?
Oh my gosh, no.
I don't either, but Crystal does.
Yeah. Even though I'm up at 1, I'm eating my bowl of cereal.
No, my body's just not ready. It can only take coffee. That's it. Yeah, no, I can't eat before the show.
And then we all get strangely nauseous around this time and wonder why.
Yes, and then we wait for yummies. All right.
Let's start with the first sweet story.
Let's do it. So schools in New York could soon be pulling chocolate milk off the school lunch menu. The goal is to help the kids stay healthy. They want to make sure they make good choices. So today we've been asking, what do you think? Do you think that all sugary drinks should be banned from schools? The sodas, the Gatorades, all that stuff. It's interesting it said that was chocolate fat-free milk. Because I think that was one of the things Paul and I were talking about. Right? Because remember in our day, we had whole milk. But now, I don't even know. Are kids getting skim milk? Are they getting, I guess if the chocolate is fat-free, I feel like it makes a difference.
The reason we bring this up is because
sugar.
New York is contemplating banning chocolate milk from schools. We did something in the show this morning about how it has 8 more grams of sugar and, I don't know, marginally more calories, 45, 50 calories a carton, something like that. I think that we need to allow children to make dietary choices on their own. And I understand that at a certain age, they're not really making a dietary choice and they want something that's chocolate as opposed to just not chocolate. I mean, even as a 30-something-year-old man, I would generally choose something that is chocolate over something that doesn't. That said, is this one step too far? I told the story on the show. We used to have soda machines in my middle and high schools, and we just drank pop all the time. It wasn't a big thing. And then they took them out because they realized that, this is contributing to the obesity epidemic. I don't know if chocolate milk, is that the culprit? Is that what's making
the
kids
soda, I would think, is the worst offender.
Yeah. It's definitely the worst. But some of the sports drinks are just as sugary, to be honest.
Milk has benefits, even with the added sugar. It's only good for you if you drink it, right? So maybe sometimes you need that little extra kick.
And that's what a lot of parents are saying, is that this is the only way they can get their kids calcium for the day. Is with that chocolate milk. So I can understand why a lot of people would say, this is the only way we're getting them to do it. So I don't know. But I don't know if there's like a limit. Maybe you can't get more than 1 chocolate milk, whatever. But I don't know. I think a choice has to be a discussion that you have at home. And you can only hope that they're going to follow you can't follow them 24/7.
Right.
I guess is my point. So it's like, we can guide them and encourage them to do this or that, but you can't follow them 24/7.
Well,
I used to have like a Diet Coke and a Snickers for lunch in high school. So
we had pizza all the time in Taco Bell where we were at our school.
And the tater tots. Oh my gosh, I used to love tater tots.
Fries with like cheese sauce. That was like the thing.
And it's totally fake cheese.
Yeah.
Literally no cheese in that cheese sauce.
I loved chocolate milk too in elementary school. I'm like, I'd go after the chocolate milk before. But it's the same thing, I didn't like regular milk. So I would not drink regular milk. Yeah. But maybe they could do a thing where they only have the kids maybe have it 3 times a week and, maybe have
like
a punch
treat
card.
on a Friday or something.
Yeah.
On Friday you can get chocolate milk or, I don't know.
All of our viewers weighing in seem to think that we should be banning sugary drinks, but I don't know if they had gotten to the point where we had mentioned chocolate milk yet. Because I feel like when you hear sugary drinks, you think
soda.
Sure.
You think some of the sports drinks. You don't really consider chocolate milk being a major culprit. Thomas says government's always banning stuff. We live in a free nation. That means sometimes people make poor choices, but they have the right to do so in a free country. Tyrone says he's fine with banning chocolate milk. Cheryl disagrees. Tommy says, no, that's up to the parents, not the schools to decide. And I feel like every time we start talking about whether or not something should be going on inside a school, it always comes back to the parents, because the parents.
It does. The parents are still number one with everything.
What about juices?
Oh my gosh,
that would have more sugar than milk, right? Even though it has its healthy benefits, it also has its.
And that's what I saw one parent was saying is that, if they pass, there's no chocolate milk, okay? They don't choose the regular milk. Their next choice would be picking a juice, an apple juice or whatever, still over water. So it's like water's kind of last, and all of these other things that they would much rather have, for sure.
Right. But there's a lot of sugar in orange juice and apple juice. Like I avoid orange juice because it has tons of sugar.
It does.
And even for us as adults, it's kind of bad for you to drink.
Have you tried the skinny orange juice?
Yeah.
I know, it's
it
terrible.
doesn't taste the same.
It has like the weirdest aftertaste.
Yeah, it's weird.
Dana doesn't think it should be banned entirely. She seems to think that if the parents pack it, it's fair game, but maybe don't sell it at the schools. Perhaps that's the middle ground. Shauna contends we have bigger fish to fry in our school systems.
We do.
I agree with you on that one.
Kind of with you on that. I know.
All right, feel free to join the discussion, guys. We'll get back to this in just a second. In the meantime, we'll take a break for ICYMI.
Oh,
in case
good.
You missed Today in AZ this morning. You missed this.
Say, if you don't like something, we'll change it. That's what 4-year-old Grayton Grant tried to do. According to the Tallahassee Democrat newspaper, he's a huge Florida State fan. So he was pretty upset after the team's disastrous loss to Virginia. So he set up a free Willie lemonade stand to help pay Coach Willie Taggart's contract buyout.
Oh, yikes.
Grayson had to raise $17 million. That is a lot of lemonade, even at his price of $20 a glass. See, even that's more expensive than your cocktails last weekend, Paul.
Oh, geez.
Look at that. He ended up raising about $240, so he's a little shy of that buyout.
Willie Taggart was one of the hottest names in coaching. Had a great year at USF, left for Oregon, left that program a mess. Now it's a mess at Florida State. I think a lot of the admins there are probably just as upset as the kids selling lemonade. Still ahead on today.
Wait, $20 a drink?
$20 a drink.
Tough to get to $17 million if you don't start using big instruments. Or
like, wow, trying his hardest. Yeah. He made $240. That's
good.
Not too shabby.
What area does he live in? Or they're paying $20 for a
lot of Florida State fans in that area, probably.
To be exact.
Yeah. I mean, that says everything you need to know about the state of that football program and the state of college athletics in general. A lot of these coaches have had these big buyouts negotiated into their deals to prevent them from jumping ship and taking the next best offer, which is really what Willie Taggart has done his entire career. And so they put a huge buyout clause in to prevent him from doing this, and now they're 0-3, and the fans have a little buyer's remorse, obviously.
Yeah,
even the young ones.
I just read yesterday, and you probably know because you're the sports guy, some coach just denied a raise to give it back to the school, maybe Virginia or something. Have you heard?
I haven't heard about this at all. No.
It was recent. I read it yesterday that one of the coaches, he was like, "Hey, I don't need a raise. Go ahead and put it back into the school and the system, and the program, and whatever." And he'll stay with what he was.
I mean, most college coaches are state employees, so all that stuff is public, and they have usually like board meetings and stuff like that when they're talking about whether they're trying to factor in a raise into a new contract. And since they are state employees, that is state money, and so if you want to give it back, I mean, there could be some good causes that money could go toward.
For sure. Oh, my gosh. All right. So you're wondering why do we have so many plants?
Oh, yeah. We got rid of the plants.
We did a presto changeo on
We got this now.
Look at this.
These look way more delicious than the plants.
We traded the greens.
Yeah,
for the
right.
sweets.
So it is the season to give back. Right now on Today in AZ's After Show, you can give to the St. Mary's Food Bank by buying a cake from this place, Nothing But Bunt Cake. They've got locations here in the Valley. The company donating 100% of all sales to the food bank today.
Wow.
Just so you know, only 3 stores are participating in this event, not all of Valley locations. The ones giving back are Glendale, Goodyear, and Surprise. So if you live out in Glendale, Goodyear, or Surprise, and you feel like you need some bunt cake in your life, and you want to help out the food bank,
all
this
West
is the way to
Valley.
do it.
How awesome is that? And I got to tell you, the red velvet is my favorite.
What is this? This one's
So good. That's what.
White chocolate raspberry. That one's one of my favorites. Okay, I
You
wait
know
for
this,
a week.
yeah.
I have a punch card.
Whoa.
Do you really? I didn't know that was a thing.
It's a deal. They email me when they have I get buy one get one free coupons. I always have one in my freezer when I had a day, probably like today, when my computer crashed. I go home and I have a little me time with a bun cake.
Yeah.
My favorite dessert.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
It is so good.
Coop, Caribe, and Mark are big fans, so I give them my coupon whenever I get it, and they always send me a smiley face. So
I mean, they are delicious. They're so
in.
moist. I just had one actually last week because for some reason we had them at the D-backs offices, and
Do you have trouble with your saliva?
I almost
Just
spit.
little-
Yeah,
Just
Because
it
you
was
need to
drooling.
bite it.
it was. I kept it in though,
Thinking
Paul.
about it. You
Well
did.
done.
Next time I'll go
I know.
your direction.
I like to go to the store and then ask them, well, do you guys have any pies? What about chocolate chip cookies?
Is this one pumpkin?
Nothing but buns.
Nothing but bunt. That's probably carrot cake, right?
Actually,
Carrot?
pumpkin is their featured flavor
Over
this
the
month.
fall.
I practically work for them.
I know. Exactly. I feel like this is like a part-time gig.
Yeah, I think that's
It's like your own internship.
Paul, you gonna try one?
I think I'm going to pass.
Hey, cheers,
I appreciate
ladies.
it, though.
2 passes. on
Cheers.
And they're
I'll have
fabulous.
yours.
My mouth's really dry right now.
Really?
Like I wouldn't
Are
be
you
able
worried
to
you're not
talk
gonna
for
be
the
able
rest
to
of the
talk
show.
afterward?
Yeah, and one of us has to be able to effectively communicate while the
I have
other three
extra
bunt cakes in
saliva.
their mouths.
Oh, it's fucking
This is dry. I have extra saliva. This is like working.
So they're swapping.
the frosting.
All right, should we get to some fresh squeezed juice?
Yeah, let's do it. If this doesn't make your Monday, I don't know what will. Someone without cake in their mouth want to read this?
So this is Herbie.
Oh, I said without cake. But you know.
I don't care. He is easily the happiest hedgehog alive.
Oh, look at him.
So Herbie travels around the world with his owner to prove that even the smallest prickly creatures can live life to the very fullest.
Look at that smile.
He is the cutest face. So this happy hedgehog has made friends with all different kinds of animals in his travels. Oh, look, he's got his little guitar.
He's an instrumentalist.
I know.
How cute is that?
Oh my gosh, I love his face so much.
I want a Herbie.
I know. I think we all need a Herbie.
It's like a Furby, only a Herbie.
Yeah.
And he's so happy.
He is the happiest hedgehog on earth.
See, if you just look at that picture every morning, you'd have to be happy,
You
right?
would be in a good mood. Like, you couldn't be in a bad mood and see Herbie.
Look at Herbie.
It's my face when someone delivers bunt cake to the station.
Yeah.
But you have to
good.
partake, Paul.
I will.
You're going to wait till after the show.
Yeah, once
We're
the lights
talking
are
about
off.
chocolate milk having too much sugar.
I know.
Our kids eating too badly. Oh. Yeah, that is a little hypocritical, isn't it? Let's
at
get back
least
to
for a
some of
good
your
cause.
comments here. Stephen is issued a harsh defense of chocolate milk. He says there are way bigger issues to deal with, and chocolate helps prevent heart disease. Yeah, maybe. Probably not the chocolate milk, but that's a bit of a stretch. Daryl says, how about cooking lunches in the cafeteria instead of bringing all pre-made food in for the kids? That I can get behind for sure. I think in a lot of places they just it's all prepackaged stuff that just gets heated
like
up.
fish
It's the volume.
Yeah, not
It's
great.
It's such a high
burgers.
volume, and a lot of it's school districts.
Candace contends it's what kids are eating, not what they're drinking. I would agree with you, Candace, although the beverages do sneak up on you. That's the problem when you're counting calories.
Stories on that.
Yeah.
It's the kind of hidden calories that are in all those other drinks that we're drinking. Even the coffee creamer, all those sugary coffee drinks.
Yeah.
For adults and kids, it's always those kind of that's why they call them those hidden calories.
Steve
for
tells
adults,
us to
it's
look at the
alcohol.
history of milk.
I don't like talking
What does
about
that mean?
That's rude.
Does milk have some dark history I don't know about?
What?
I don't know. Look at the history of milk. I'm going to Google the history of milk when we get done with the show.
I am going to Google the history of milk. I do worry
Sharon
about the hormones in the milk.
upset. She said, yes, garbage. Wake up, humans. Stop killing your bodies with sugar and bad foods.
I know. I feel bad
right now?
Milk has a benefit. It's natural, but we add sugar to make it taste better, and it's hard for me to talk about this. I'm lactose intolerant. So.
You're like, so I hear.
But no, I do like lactate or something like that, or almond milk, or maybe there's a good alternative. Like
You know what? I just tried oatmeal milk the other day.
Oh my gosh.
Did you like it? It was pretty good.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So what
But
if
it's not
we
like
swap
chunky,
that?
right?
No, it's just like regular milk, which is made from oats, I guess, right? Oatmeal milk. So it tasted pretty good, like almond milk.
So maybe there's a compromise there.
Yeah, can they serve little cartons of oatmeal milk or almond milk?
Or
the skim milk.
Skim
Yeah,
milk.
we had to
Well,
go
skim milk
down
has
with,
some sugar, too.
because after a while, our pediatrician, you start off with the kids, they drink whole milk and you're encouraged to do that. And then after a while, when the meter started moving on the scale, the pediatrician's like, I think it's time to switch to 2%. And so we did. And then recently we just switched to skim. So I feel like there are a lot of other options. And I noticed that the chocolate milk was skim in there, but I guess it still has the sugar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Skim milk just tastes like water to me.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
I'm a 1% guy. I got to have something.
Like, how can you put that in your cereal?
See that, but since I don't know any better because I couldn't have that, I like that.
I know.
That's all you know.
And maybe it's all like, too, if you don't have it, like growing up, my mother would not let me touch soda because she blamed her weight gain on soda. So to this day, I think soda's disgusting. I can't.
Really?
Ugh, it's awful.
So I had the opposite. I wasn't allowed soda, and I love soda. But I had to stop drinking it. But it was like something I crave, but I just don't have it. Yeah, I know.
I'm like, I only crave it when I have a hangover.
I know. You're like, I'll have the full Coke, please.
Yes.
Candace says
thing,
instead of
yeah.
banning chocolate in schools, we need to ban computers and tablets and go back to old school ways of using books and actually teaching.
Oh,
Wait, did you say yes to
Got to
that?
get the abacus out.
I think that they should
Are kids going to encounter a bunch of textbooks in their real lives? Or should they have a little more practice
Maybe
Oh,
with
they can have a
computers?
little bit of both, okay?
Okay.
Can we just like have a happy?
good.
I say we should ban paper and get back to drawing in the dirt with sticks. It's the best way to learn arithmetic.
Hey, I was excited. I went to a restaurant yesterday and they had coloring pages and crayons
the
right
adults?
when you walk in for anybody. And
Yeah,
I was like,
gonna say,
oh,
for
this
adults
is
or for
cool.
kids?
Yeah, it was,
Those are for the children, Vanessa.
I don't know. I took one.
I was like, I don't know how this date's going to turn out. I better bring the coloring page.
I was actually with my mother. I wasn't on a date. But I thought it was pretty cool that they just had it right there when you walk in for everybody. Because I feel like kids don't do that anymore these days, at the restaurants.
We forced them to do it first.
Good.
We're like, because there's always like a maze or a word find. And I'm like, no, you got to do all this first. Then you can go to your tablets.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. Compromise.
Old school. It is old school. It's good.
Russell keeps making jokes that he just had a kale-flavored candy cane, which is
because we talked about it.
Yeah.
Really? Now he says he just had kale-flavored milk, which is obviously not true, but that's disgusting. I don't want to think about kale-flavored milk.
No.
Definitely don't make kale-flavored bun cakes. I'll be disappointed.
That would be very disappointing.
Claire makes a good point. Says if you were to get rid of chocolate milk and replace it with almond, oat, soy, etc., that's going to jack up cost of lunch prices.
Ooh, that's true.
And we already have a big budgetary problem with our schools right now where there's just not enough money to go around, let alone supplementing a cafeteria budget with a very pricey alternative. That's a good point. I hadn't considered that.
Me either.
Yeah.
Thanks for weighing in, Claire. Ted says, I hadn't had any sort of drug, including coffee, after trade school. Started partying, got 2 homes, 2 new cars, plenty of money, and it paid off for me. I'm not sure exactly what point he was trying to make. Maybe just bragging a little bit.
Maybe
there.
saying because he drank milk, it didn't stop him from living a...
Well, way to go, man.
I'm kind of with Anna says, if you ban that, why not ban the fruit juice too? Because that's full of sugar.
Fruit juice has lots of sugar.
Like
Pretty
you're all
much
going
abandoning
on
everything.
the same road. Yeah.
Water's all you get, which I love water. More
Crystal,
water.
you finished your whole bun cake.
Yeah, y'all are keeping up.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
you're
how did
so
you do
good.
that
You're
so
fast.
sneakily?
Oh my goodness.
I'm a pro at
Just
the
quiet for 30 seconds, you
By
turn
the
around
end of
and
this,
it's gone.
watch half this be gone.
All right, well, I'll let you guys start eating. Thanks for stopping by the Today and After Show. Today and AZ After Show. I know the name of the show. I do the show. I know what's going on. We do it at 7:30 every day. We'll be back here tomorrow without the bundt cake because Crystal is going to have eaten all of it.
Yes.
Be good, people.
I have
We'll
to
see
go
you
work
soon.
out.
Yeah, me too.
This will fuel you.